Welcome back. Today I am making my tier list for Halo Reach weapons. So, S tier. Which weapons are S tier weapons? Undoubtedly. I think the energy sword has to go in S tier. It's a classic weapon in the game. It's a one-shot kill on basically everything, and it's not too overpowered because you have to be in close range. So on legendary difficulty, in close quarters, I'll always pick it up, but it's well balanced because if I'm at long range, I won't bother to pick it up. A similar weapon to the sword is the gravity hammer, and I like the gravity hammer for all the same reasons I like the sword, but I think especially compared to the Halo 3 gravity hammer, this weapon doesn't really have much of a gravity effect as it used to. You can't really fly yourself up into the air like you were able to in Halo 3, and so for that reason, it's still a good weapon and it's going to go in A tier, but it's not an S tier. Looking at some of the other power weapons, we have the Spartan laser, and I love the Spartan laser, S tier weapon. You only get 4 shots from it, but those shots are incredibly powerful. You can use them to take out hunters, vehicles. It is such a good inclusion to the Halo sandbox, and it's always worth picking up on legendary difficulty. Another power weapon which is going in S tier is the sniper rifle. This sniper is really great. It feels really heavy to shoot. It's got a good amount of recoil as well. It's not like the Halo 4 or Halo 5 sniper rifles. It feels more similar to the Combat Evolved sniper than any of the others. It's really powerful, it's really accurate, and it's a great weapon. And I'm also going to put the rocket launcher in S tier as well. It's a bit borderline for me. It's on the lower end of the S. It just about makes it in there because it is such a powerful weapon. It's got rocket lock-on for vehicles, which makes it very useful, and it's balanced out quite well by its low ammo capacity, but it has a wide area of damage and it's really strong. But not all of the power weapons are going to be S tier. We also have the plasma launcher, and I like the idea of this gun. I think in theory, it's a really great idea. You can scope and lock on. It fires plasma sticky grenades essentially that almost like hone in on the enemy, and it is a useful weapon, but I find that each sticky grenade isn't as strong as a plasma grenade, and they can sometimes miss. It's not as accurate as the UNSC power weapons, so I'm going to put it in A tier. But a Covenant power weapon that is S tier is the fuel rod cannon. This is one of the best versions of this gun. It's very accurate, it's very strong, you get 5 shots, and it's very quick to reload. The needle rifle. I'm going to put this one in A tier. I think it's a really clever weapon design. It's good to have some more Covenant precision weapons in the sandbox. I really like the Super Combine explosion when the needles are striking flesh, and the needles aren't really that effective when they're shooting against energy shields. Whilst I do really like this gun, it's very specialized in its use. It's not the kind of gun I can use against anything. You use the needle rifle against brutes and maybe other things, I suppose, like jackals, grunts, or drones, but really you use this for brutes. And so because it's not as effective against elites, it's going in A tier. And I would always rather use the needle rifle than the needler, which is why I'm going to put the needler in B tier. Now it is a high B, it's very close to being an A. I like that it's shorter range and therefore has a higher fire rate than the needle rifle, but again, it's a very specialized weapon to use. You're not going to use this against elites, especially on high difficulties. You use this against brutes mainly, where it's very effective even on legendary. It is a good gun, but it's just not good enough to be in the A tier. Oh, I got my columns wrong. That's really embarrassing. This game also has the focus rifle, which is supposed to be the Covenant counterpart to the sniper in this game. It has a greater range than the needle rifle, but I don't normally pick up the focus rifle because it overheats. It fires out this beam of like fire, of energy, and if it's on for too long, then it just overheats, and I don't really like that. It means I can't use it for as long as I want. I don't feel like it deals enough damage to warrant me picking it up or using it over another weapon, and it doesn't really have much ammo. You have to pick up another focus rifle because it's done on like %, which I don't really like. So I think the focus rifle is also a B tier weapon. Of course, we have the starting weapon, the assault rifle. This is one of the weakest assault rifles in all of Halo. It's a bit stronger than the Halo 3 one, but there is basically no scenario where you would ever use this weapon if you were on anything higher than normal difficulty. So I think this has to go in C tier. This game also has the grenade launcher, and this is a C tier weapon for me as well. I like the idea, and it can be effective, especially at the start of Tip of the Spear when you're firing into lots of groups of enemies. I like that if you hold the fire button, it can charge the grenade, and it then does like a plasma pistol EMP pulse to take out turrets or vehicles. I like that functionality about it, but other than that, I don't feel like the grenades are very strong. The distance is quite good on the weapon, I'll grant it that, but I don't really like using it, and so I'm putting it in C tier. I think I'm also going to move the plasma launcher down to B tier actually. It's very similar to the grenade launcher. It's okay, but seeing it next to the gravity hammer or the needle rifle doesn't feel right. I don't use it anywhere near as much as I use those weapons. Right, we've got an interesting range of weapons left. Let's talk about the spiker. I've never been a big fan of the spiker. I can't really think of any time I've picked up the spiker other than when I literally have no ammo. And so I'm going to put it in D tier, but I am kind of minded to put it in F tier as well. But I do have a candidate on this list that is definitely making it into F tier, so we'll see if the spiker joins it or not. Another weapon we have is the plasma rifle. Again, I would never really use this weapon. It's nowhere near as strong as it was in Combat Evolved. It's very weak. This gun has been nerfed significantly since then, and I would always pick up a needler instead of a plasma rifle, and so it's going in D tier because I don't think it does much damage. It's not a very strong weapon. I might use it to take down shields if I really need to, but this is a last resort kind of weapon. Okay, the concussion rifle. This is really painful if it's being used against you, but if you're trying to use it against enemies, it is super weak. Elites that are holding the concussion rifle, especially on Legendary, are going to kill you immediately. You try using this weapon against them and it just doesn't even touch the sides. It makes no difference. The only thing that's good about this weapon is that it does affect your mass. Like if you're trying to do jumps, you can fire the concussion rifle at the floor to propel you upwards more, and that's very useful. It's a lot easier than trying to do grenade jumps in this game, so that's an advantage about it, but it's a very minimal one. It's either C or D. I can't really decide. I'm going to put it in C because it's not completely useless, but it's not as good as it should be. The plasma pistol. Okay, this gun is still useful. Legendary all skulls on runs in this game would not be possible without the plasma pistol. Noob comboing is still effective, and peppering the elites is still effective to get rid of their shields. And because some Broof chieftains also have shields in this game, the plasma pistol is very useful. But it doesn't do as much damage as it used to do. It's not an S tier weapon. It is able to immobilize vehicles though as well, which is very useful, and it's very abundant. I can't work out whether to put it in A or B. Right, it's going in A, I've decided. It is a good weapon. I'm always using it. Okay, the DMR, the Designated Marksman Rifle. This is my favorite precision weapon in the whole game. I know the bloom annoys people, especially in matchmaking, but I like how in the campaign it forces you to pace the shots. I'm very used to it. The DMR is going in S tier. In fact, it might even be my favorite precision weapon in all of Halo. I mean, it's pretty close competition between that and some of the Magnum versions and the battle rifle, but the DMR is definitely up there. The shotgun. This shotgun is quite good. It's not as good as the Combat Evolved one or even the Halo 4 one, but it is better than the Halo 3 shotgun by quite a long way, and it's probably better than the Halo 2 shotgun as well. This shotgun is a B tier gun. It is effective quite a lot of the time, even up to heroic difficulty, but it's a slow reload as well, and I would never use the shotgun at Legendary. The Magnum, again, not as good as the Combat Evolved one, but better than every preceding iteration of the Magnum, I think. It feels like a smaller gun than it did in Halo 3, like more of a pistol, but I think it's a much more effective precision weapon than it has been in any game since Combat Evolved, and so I'm putting it in A tier. It's a great secondary weapon to have. And lastly, we have the Plasma Repeater, which is quite possibly the most useless gun in all of Halo. I'm going to put it in F tier where it belongs. Why would you ever pick this gun up? I understand that it has a higher fire rate than a plasma rifle, and therefore if it's taking out shields, then it's a great thing to use, but are you really going to take up a whole weapon slot just to carry around a gun that takes down shields well when you could carry around the plasma pistol? It's just completely impractical. There's absolutely no reason to carry this around. Not included in this tier list, but of course present in the game, are these detachable turrets. We have the machine gun turret and the plasma cannon. Both of these at higher difficulties become quite impractical, but at lower difficulties, they're alright to pick up and they don't take up a weapon slot for you. The plasma cannon isn't very strong, and so I'm going to put it in D tier, but the machine gun turret is a bit stronger, and so I'm going to put that one in C tier. And the last weapon in Halo Reach is the target locator, which is only available to you on the Oni sword base mission, and also as an ordnance drop in Firefight. I always love using it. It does tons of damage, kills anything basically within the massive radius, and it's great fun to use. I would put this in S tier, but it isn't really a proper weapon, so I'm going to put it in A tier. And so I'm pretty happy with that. I like the Halo Reach sandbox a lot. There's a lot of good weapons in here. Some are a bit redundant, but you've got more great weapons than you have rubbish weapons. And those rubbish weapons from about C tier and below, they're all pretty much the really common ones, with the exception of maybe the grenade launcher and the concussion rifle. There aren't that many power weapons that are really useless. So there you go. Check out my Combat Evolved tier list if you haven't already. Like and subscribe, and comment your opinions down below.